Woo, that sun's bright. Well, hello friends and welcome. Well, I was debating whether to do any kind of filming today, do any kind of video. But if you know me, I'm always filming my life. Sometimes I find it hard to explain what my channel's about. People say, well, what kind of content do you do? And I usually just say, well, it's a travel vlog, basically. But so much more, so many different things. Nooks and crannies, my thoughts. And that's what I want to do today, is do kind of a midweek excursion, kind of a walk and talk. It's a few things I wanted to share today. So thank you for coming along. I guess it's window washing day. Yeah, you can't be afraid of heights doing that job. It's not too far up, but some of those window washers go way up. I was talking last video about, thank you for coming on these little journeys of my life. And it's kind of a journal. It's every video is another piece of my life, and instead of writing it down, I produce and create little films, little videos. Well, sometimes they're kind of long. But my first thought today was in regards to a comment I got a few days ago. Someone wrote, well, I was going to watch your channel, but I noticed you started complaining like right off the bat. And I thought, yeah, I did on that one. I really, and I thought about it, and I go, you know what? I think I'm doing that a lot. I'm going to try to curb that, try to be a little more kind. And I actually wrote back and said, well, I'm an old man. That's what we do. But thank you for the reminder. I want this to be all about positivity. And not a lot of complaining, but once in a while I gotta get it off my mind, get it off my chest.
Come here, Albia. No.
You guys, I'm always running into you guys. Some people at work. I'm in kind of a position where a lot of phone work, a lot of computer work, so I don't get a chance to talk to anybody. It's unfortunate. I felt like I had a lot of friends there, but kind of thinned out. A lot of people leaving, and I've had a few friends pass away and things like that. Really is a beautiful day. No humidity. It's not too hot yet. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was something that happened to me as I was leaving the New Mexico fairgrounds the other day. Let's see if I can remember it while we're strolling along here. Well, I was leaving the fairgrounds, and I got to this little ramp where you go under this little tunnel to get to the parking lot. And I noticed this young gal in a wheelchair coming up the ramp, had a little doggy, cutest little dog, young gal, is pushing that wheelchair as hard as she can. The dog is wrapping its leash all around the wheels. Now, I was about ready to say, do you need any help? I usually try to, but sometimes you get that vibe. A lot of people that are challenged like that, they don't want any help, and I can understand that. So some gal behind me comes walking up, and she asked her if she needed any help, and it was a big old no, and it was a pretty steep hill too. It was like, but I think she finally got going. And when that other gal got behind me, I said, I was about to ask too, and I had a feeling that she didn't want any help. I think they get embarrassed. But so I started talking to this gal. She's walking alongside me. She's probably maybe my age, a little younger. And she goes, "Oh, I understand. I was in a wheelchair for a long time." I go, "Oh, really?" She goes, "Yeah, not too long ago." She started telling me about all the surgery she's had, and her legs were all bent up when she was a little kid, born that way with so many problems. All sorts of surgeries on her arms and shoulders, and she said took a lot of surgeries, a lot of years, a lot of rehab, a lot of willpower, a lot of miracles. And I said, "That is fantastic." I said, "Look at you now. You're walking along real good. You're going to the fair. You're having some ice cream." She had a little ice cream cone. And I thought, wow, what a wonderful story. And I thought, well, everybody struggles. I haven't had problems like that. I've had some health problems and some medical deals, some heartaches, some problems in my life, but nothing like that. So it's so nice to hear that story and to see her just living her life now. And when we parted ways, she goes, "I hope you have the best day ever." I just did. I just went to the fair. So I count myself very lucky. And there they go. Coming down. Going around the other side. Wow, it must be the day for cherry pickers. Woo! Now the next thing I wanted to talk about is something I found on another platform, another application, a video. And this guy comes on and he's talking about what he thinks happens when we die. I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. So it took me a while to get it all down, but I had to write it down. It's not too long, but I'm going to read it to you here. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's I think it's interesting. A good lesson at the end there. But first I want to check out these flowers. So pretty. Not going to be around a whole lot longer. A couple weeks until the equinox changes again to fall, which is a wonderful time of year. But it starts out like this. When you die, you will hear a voice. "How did you like heaven?" And you'll go, "No, I just died. I'm waiting to go to heaven, I hope." And the voice says, "What's wrong with this place? There's beautiful trees, flowers, oceans, mountains, and streams, all the fruits and vegetables that you can imagine, not to mention the free will to do and be anything you desire. A beautiful world with love and wonderful feelings. And you want another heaven? What happened to the heaven I gave you? You didn't know how to be happy in this heaven. You don't deserve a second heaven. Everyone is looking for heaven tomorrow. There is a heaven here and now." I thought that was pretty deep, actually, if you think about it. I kind of added a little bit of my own thoughts to the end. And you've probably heard this many times, but it's we need to be happy now and not defer to a later unknown date when it just may be too late. Life is a gift. Enjoy it. Getting a nice long sunny walk in today. Did you get your walk in today? Did you get your breath of fresh air outside for a little bit at least? Now, like I said, that may not be everybody's cup of tea. It may hit some people as deep as it hit me, and other people may not get it at all, but that's fine. We all have our own tastes, our own way of philosophizing, if you will. It's like I was sitting in my office earlier and some people were talking behind me. Of course, you can hear everything that's going on. Nothing, no privacy. But one of my coworkers is going on a vacation, going to, I believe, Chicago. And someone is helping him out with all sorts of pointers, the best pizza in town, the best restaurants and museums. And I'm thinking, well, you may have liked them, but not everybody has the same taste. Not everybody's going to enjoy that place. But it's nice to give tips, but sometimes you give tips to, oh, you should go here, you should go there. I hear it all the time. And sometimes I'll go check it out and I go, wasn't for me. So, whew. Gal over here is taking her break. And she's having a smoke. Had a little dog there. She must work for one of those places that lets you bring your dog. But she was puffing away on that cigarette, and I feel like I had a cigarette. It was so strong around that area. Oh well. Oh, the sun is sure bright. That's nice. I've shown this before. Very empty fountain. I don't think that's been full since before COVID. That's too bad. Love fountains. No tomar el agua. Well, I really appreciate you listening to me. Had some things I wanted to share, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. There is one more thing I wanted to say, which just kind of interesting to me as a YouTuber. I was looking at my stats the other day on YouTube, and I usually get, not to be a braggart or anything, but I usually get 100% thumbs up, likes. And I'll go back about a week or so later, and all of a sudden, there's the down thumb, dislike, but there's just one. Now I'll get several if it's like a whole bunch of views, like thousands. And so I am convinced that someone is going down through there and just putting dislike. I don't know if it's someone that has something against me or is mad at me, but I mean, it's obvious, because it's just one all the way down the line for about 6 or 7 videos. I walked this tunnel one time. I got a video of me going all the way through here and all the way back. It was a little scary for me back then, for a couple reasons. I've seen some people walk through here I was a little afraid of, and plus could have a flood. bunch of water had gone through because I was stepping over some rubbish and some seaweed. But here's the kicker to that, hitting that down thumbs, is I did a little research and basically asked YouTube, I said, how much does that hurt you when someone does this instead of that? They said, well, YouTube considers any interaction as good. So that's just another interaction which kind of brings up your ranking. So unless I get a real ton of them, that might be a problem, but 1 or 2 or 3, that's just more interactions that helps the video. I thought that was kind of ironic, don't you? Now, I've done quite a few midday excursions here in this Jefferson Business Park. It's close to work, and I can get back on time, and it's a beautiful place. It's just one of my favorite business parks. And I still have to kind of hurry back now because I'll tell you, I was talking away there. Talking away. I look down and my record button isn't on. So you can imagine I had to backtrack and redo the whole scene. That's why it takes me so much longer to do my videos, because I do a lot of reshoots. But thank you so much for coming along on this midday excursion episode. Hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed having you along. Now it's time to head back, work for a living, and I hope you have the best day, week, month, year ever. Thanks so much. Really appreciate you. Bye for now. I was trying to capture that yellow monarch. They are very elusive, especially into the sun. Oh shoot. I'll walk too far. I gotta get all the way down to the Red Bridge. That happens when I talk. That's all right. I'm gonna have to run. Hey, what are you mowing the cement for? Oh, he was looking for some shade. Found himself some shade.